What up, y'all? We had to get a fifth in before the night was over because we got to do week two predictions, week one recap. But we're gonna do the division race real quick. And first up in the AFC North, we got we got the champs 1-0. Bengals, Steelers, and Browns each lost that game. So the champs is 1-0, kicked the season off. AFC South, you got the Colts who just won that went to 2-0. You got the Texans at 0-2, Titans and Jags 0-1. Dolphins 1-0, Jets 1-0, Pats and Bills 0-1. Neither of them guys played yet. And AFC East, AFC West, you got the Chiefs off to a 2-0 start. You got the Raiders 1-0, Broncos 1-1, and Chargers 0-1. NFC North, you got the Bears 1-0. Everybody else is 0-1 in that division. And NFC South, everybody's 1-0 except the Saints. In the NFC East, you got the Giants and Commanders at 1-0 each. Eagles and Cowboys are 1-1. NFC West, Seahawks and Cards 1-0. 49ers and Rams are 0-1. So that's how the division kicking off thus far. Now we're going to go to the recap to week one. We had Cowboys blew out the Jags 62-24. I actually did that game before, but yeah, Cowboys beat the Jags, blew them out on the road. Falcons pulled off an upset against the Steelers, but it was some depth discrepancy with that game. You know, you guys got to watch what y'all be doing with shoot clock and stuff like that, man. You can't be putting that stuff on, you know, unless it's like towards the end of the game. Like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, don't even mess with it, you know, but that's already been talked about. No need to get into that again. But Falcons pulled off an upset win at home. Panthers beat the Lions 49-34. Not the start you want if you're the Lions after we came off a disappointing season one. Bears and the Vikings. Bears blew out the Vikings 52-31. Jets beat the Pats. Pats gonna have to get off to a better start. I mean, last year it was very disappointing, but you know, this is not the start you want if you're New England, especially against a division rival. Cardinals and Niners. Cardinals, like I said, Cardinals started off good last year. Let's see if he can have a similar start, and let's see if he can stay with it. But he get the big win in week one. Broncos can't beat the Rams. I actually didn't think that the Broncos would. I said he had some rust to shake off, but he got the job done against the Rams. He won by 3, 38-35. Seahawks beat the Chargers. I took the Chargers to win this. I was wrong. Seattle off to a strong start again with a big win off a good opponent. Commanders won 24-6 over the Titans. Commanders didn't allow, I don't know if they allowed the touchdown and the extra point miss or 2 field goals, but nevertheless, the defense showed up and showed out. Bucks and Packers. Bucks won this one dominating fashion over the Packers. I thought this would be a better game from the Packers, but Bucks ended up pulling away with this rather easily. Dolphins and Bills. This was a shocker to me too. I had Buffalo winning this, but Miami sent a strong week one statement to the AFC East, and he put up 61 points on the current AFC East champions. Raiders and Texans. Raiders won this one 46-21. Like I said, we had a chance in the end. We was down by 10 and like late in the fourth, and we threw a pick in the red zone, and then, you know, but we seen some positive things out there coming out that game, but that we're gonna use moving forward. But nevertheless, Raiders got the job done, and the Ravens came back against the Eagles. They won 59-55. Great win for the Ravens, comeback fashion. They the champs for a reason, and these type of victories show and prove why they are the champs. On to week two, we had 1 second. On to week two, we had the Broncos and Chiefs. Chiefs won 45-41 over the Broncos. Look, this is the big time win for the Chiefs. Broncos, I said the Broncos got some rust that he's gonna have to shake off. But he did win week one. He did win week one. So, I can't act like it's all rust. But then again, he still put up 41 points. So he may be rusty, but at the end of the day, he still got the gist of it. Good win for the Chiefs. Chiefs improved to 2-0. Big division win, too, for the Chiefs. Bengals and Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons to win this. Bengals, I don't know what's up with the Bengals. I think the Bengals is better than what he played last year, but, that could be me just reminiscing. Maybe he's not. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you're going to have to show and prove. But I'm going to take the Falcons. They're at home. They coming off a big win against the Steelers in week one. So I think he come to this game with momentum. I got Falcons over the Bengals 38-23. Next, we just had the Colts and Texans. Look, at the end of the day, this score just looked weird, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It was a crazy delay all game, and I ain't even felt comfortable kicking a field goal or anything, and I don't even think it was my opponent's internet. I think it was mine, because it was a delay with me just even picking plays. Like, when I pick a play, the screen didn't even leave right away, So it was a few second delay, and it just hurt big time. Like, I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I felt it all throughout the game. But we still had a shot, We still had a shot to pull it off, you know what I'm saying? So, but, hey, he got the win. Sometimes you just got to just shake the other team's hand and just say, yo, good game, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at this type of score, you got to know it was something that went on in this game crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just hope, only thing I can do is just hope that my next game don't have that crazy delay, because if it does, I'm going to have serious problems with my next opponent as well. But Colts got the win. You know what I'm saying? They did what supposed to do. Listen, if I was in his shoes and I played against somebody with that said they had a delay in their internet, whether or not it affected the outcome, I'm still gonna be like, well, even if he did, I gotta take this win and keep it moving. Thank you, internet. That's how I would look at it. Ain't no time to feel sorry for nobody. Colts got the win. You know what I'm saying? And nothing can be done about it. You know what I'm saying? But except for me to look into my internet, Who's Desmond Troy? I don't even know who that is. Who's Desmond Troy? Who said their internet was delayed? I mean, who said who said their internet was delayed as well? Oh, Snub. Oh, what up, Snub? Yeah, bro, it was crazy. I mean, I ain't even want to kick a field goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for it on fourth down and stuff because I felt the delay. You know what I mean? But I just tried to play through it. You know what I'm saying? I just tried to play through it. But everything was coming out crazy. Passing the ball, running the ball. Like, I couldn't make no cuts. It was just an ugly game. I was just hoping to get out that game alive, and I didn't. But anyway, he got the win. You know what I mean? Nothing could be done about it. Ain't no rematches. Ain't no run backs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to take that one and hopefully it plays better on the next week's matchup. Saints and Steelers. Yo, what's up with the Saints? He still didn't take his team. Is he even still playing? He ain't even take his team yet. I'm just gonna set this for the Steelers. Ain't nobody got time to wait and see if they play when I still saying CPU. Jets and Bills. Look, this is a big game right here. I know it's only week 2, but this is a big game. This is a big game for several reasons. One, Bills eliminated the Jets last year in the playoffs. 2, Jets beat the Bills in the regular season. 3, Bills lost week 1. 4, Jets won week 1. All right, I mean, Bap know the Saints. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the Saints, but Bap know the Saints. So Bap could tell me better than anybody, Well, Bap and G, if I'm not mistaken, and I think Dwayne. I think all three of them know the Saints, so they could tell better than they could tell me. I don't know the Saints, so they would know before me. But yeah, um, that's cool. If he ain't taking them, then yeah, we move right along to the next person. But yeah, and then four, uh, like I said, Bills lost, Jets won week one. So if the Jets win this game, he automatically got a 2-game lead on Buffalo, and he already got the first head-to-head matchup. So this is a huge game for Jets and Bills. So I'm interested to see how this one gonna play out. Because Buffalo lost week one, I think he comes to this game with a real chip on his shoulder. So I'm gonna go with Bills, but I got it to be close though. And it's in Buffalo. I got it to be close. I'm gonna go Buffalo in this one. I'm gonna say 45-40. Bills over the Jets. Next, we got Rams and Giants. Another interesting game. Look, Giants got an off season under their belt. Rams lost week one, so this is an interesting matchup too. So I want to see how this play out. Giants is home. I don't know who the Rams got at quarterback. I don't know if he even have a quarterback. So therefore, I'm going to take the Giants. I don't know if the Rams got a quarterback or not. I think Stafford retired. I don't know who his QB is. I'm guessing, well, I know he got some rookies. He had to have rookies, but I don't know, man. I don't know who they are. I mean, he did put up points in week one, but I'm going to put some respect on the Giants' name. And I'm going to go G-Men in this one over the Rams just because I don't even know who the Rams quarterback is. At this point, he could just be playing with anybody back there. So I'm going to take the G-Men over the Rams 38-34. Washington and Arizona. This game was a tie. Wow. You're not going to see too many ties at all. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, Cardinals, I told you, Cardinals was off to a great start last season. He just couldn't maintain. And right now, he won week one when he tied in week two. So right now, he's 1-0-1, and the Commanders is 1-0-1. At the end of the day, how you look at a tie, a tie is better than a loss, but it's not better than a win. Oh, really passed up 2 field goals in OT? Why though? Why would he do that? He got cocky and felt like, you know what I mean? He was gonna win this. Passed up 2 field goals in OT. Interesting, but hey, it was a tie, not a loss. But unfortunately, they don't get credit for a win neither. Jags and Titans. Look, at the end of the day, the Titans beat the Jags last season. Look, the Titans played better at the end of the season last year. So I think that he will play a little better, even though he didn't get off in week one. And it looked like he had a pretty good off season. So I think the Titans are gonna be a problem in this game right here for the Jags. So I mean, don't get me wrong, the Jazz can easily win this too, of course. But I don't know, man. If it's in Tennessee, if it was in Jacksonville, I would take Jacksonville. But I'm gonna take the Jags just made a trade too for a QB. I don't know. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Jags, man. I'm gonna go with the Jags and see, how they handle being picked. I'll take Jags over the Titans. I'm going to say 34-30. 34-30 Jags over the Titans. Ravens and Browns, champs, going into Cleveland to take on their division rival. Cleveland, they made all these trades season one for these picks. Time to see how these picks, going to look. I mean, look, everybody not going to come out and look like they just ready right now, but you got to at least be able to look at some potential out there. So we'll see. But I'm going to take the champs. Champs coming off a tremendous week one comeback against the Eagles. I think they come into this game and steamroll the Browns. I'm going to go Ravens 62, Browns 35. Next, we got Bears and Pats. We got the Bears on the road going into New England. I'm interested to see what New England team show up. I mean, he got punched in the mouth in week one. He got to bounce back. He got to bounce back this week and play better. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to fall into a deep hole. Bills and Jets playing each other, so that's pretty big. So Pat's got to do his part and pull off a win. But I'm going to take the Bears in this one on the road. Give me Bears over the Pats, 35 to 28. 35-28, Bears over the Pats. Next, we got Raiders and Chargers, another big-time game, a divisional game. Chargers had a historic comeback against the Raiders last season. I'm pretty sure the Raiders will remember that. So I think the Raiders come into this game. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie, Raiders could be guilty of playing with his food, going back to that game last season. Sometimes when you play with your food, man, it can, it can cause harm. And I think that's what kind of happened. But, hey, it doesn't matter. They play now. We're going to see what's going on now. Chargers got handled week one. So I think they come back and play better this week. But I'm going to still go with the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders over the Chargers. But I think because the Chargers got handled week one, I think he comes back and plays much better. But I still got him coming up just a little short. I'm going to go Raiders over the Chargers, 42-35. Next, we had Eagles and Cowboys. Eagles won this one 45-38. This is the big win for the Eagles because this is a division win. First of two matchups. Eagles on the road. The next time they play, it will be in Philly. And if you Dallas, that's not good news. But, at the end of the day, it doesn't ruin Dallas' season because they lost. But at the same time, it just lets them know, like, they're going to have to get that next one in Philly. But good win for the Eagles. Lions and Dolphins. Over time, that's what happens. You know what I mean? The more reps you get, the more familiar you get with things, and, that's supposed to happen. So I'm glad to hear that. Lions and Dolphins, I don't know what's going on with Corliss. I mean, don't get me wrong, at any moment, he can start playing better, but I'm just not seeing it right now. I don't know what's going on. But I tell you one thing, Dolphins got a great win. Dolphins got a great win in week one. He said, I'm winning for sure. He got a great win in week one. I mean, you say for sure, like Corliss. I mean, I know Corliss ain't looking like himself, but he could bounce back. Oh, you got two good players shooting draft? Yeah, I've been hearing a few guys got some nice guys in the draft. I ain't gonna hold you. These Madden drafts low key be pretty dope. Or I'm kind of feeling them better than the draft that dudes be making up. From like the real life draft, the real life play. These Madden, these EA drafts be alright, man. Or, but Dolphins got a big win in week one against Buffalo, and I took Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? But that was a statement win. Dolphins playing with more swag right now than the Lions too, man. Lions, like I said, he missed the playoffs last year. Oh wow, yeah, you got some heat over there. 80 overall corner, that's something that you rarely see, at all. You don't ever really see nothing like that. So that's big time. But yeah, man, Lions ain't playing with no type of swag or anything. Going back to last season, he missed the playoffs. Didn't even come close to making the playoffs. Dolphins made the playoffs. Dolphins got a big week one win against their division rival. So I don't see them coming to this game, playing around. I see them trying to come take care of business. I'm taking Dolphins over the Lions. I'm gonna say 47-34. 47-34 Dolphins. Next, we got Bucks and Panthers. Look, if you the Panthers, you got to send some type of message in this one. Um, they got swept to the Bucks in the regular season, and they got eliminated by the Bucks in the playoffs. You in that division, you have to take a stand and make a statement. And I know it's week 2, but what better way than to start right now? You got to pull off a win, or at least keep this game tight to at least let the Bucks know, that he got to come with it. Pardon me, that he got to come with it when y'all face up. I gotta take the Bucks though, man. I would like to take Carolina Blue Mo, but the Bucks right now, he just playing great ball. He's coming up for Super Bowl loss, so he got a chip on his shoulder. But Carolina is at home, so that does help. But I gotta see it. I gotta see something first before I go the other way. Give me Bucks over the Panthers, 42-34. Seahawks and Packers. Look, Packers got smoked week 1 to the Bucks. Seahawks smoked the Chargers week 1. So 2 games went the total opposite direction of what I thought. So what I think is going to happen in this game, well, it's in Green Bay, and this is easily could be a playoff preview right here. Both guys is going to leave it all on the field. They both going to come with it. Packers coming off a loss, so he got something to prove coming into this one. I'm gonna go Packers in an upset. I'm gonna pick an upset. I think the Seahawks is favorite, but I'm gonna go Packers in an upset in this one. But I can easily see the Seahawks winning this. Seahawks is favorite, but I'm just picking the Packers in an upset. And to be honest with you, I'm only picking the Packers because they lost week 1. If the Packers won week 1, I'm pretty sure I would go with the Seahawks. But I think because he lost week 1, I think he comes to this game, with an attitude. And I think that this might be the case of wrong place, wrong time for the Seahawks going into Lambeau. But again, Seahawks is the favorite in my opinion. But I'll take Packers in a dogfight, 39-35. 39-35 Packers over the Seahawks. And last but not least, we got Niners and Vikings. Look, Vikings didn't win a game all last season. So now the question is, who will they get their first victory against? Can it be the 49ers? If you're the 49ers, you definitely not trying to let that happen. Look, I got no reason to pick the Vikings. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm going 49ers in this one. Vikings, what I will say, though, he does score about 30-something points. I give that to him. It's just that he's constantly giving up 50 and better. But for whatever reason, it seems like if his opponent don't put up the numbers, they could be in trouble. This game definitely has a potential upset. I'm not going to hold you, but I still got to go to 49ers. But the Vikings definitely is in a position to get a win in this one. But I'm going to take the Niners, though. But honestly, I got it to be close. I'm going to go Niners 42, Vikings 32. 42-32, Niners over the Vikings. So yeah, that's it. We covered the predictions. We covered the recap. Now all that's left to do is just, wait for these games to get played out. And on to week 3 we go. Week 3, the advance today is Sunday, so next advance is Tuesday. Again, just schedule your games and, knock them out. And we do. The faster we knock the games out, the faster we advance. Advance don't have to be Tuesday. Advance, if y'all advance quick, we advance. If y'all knock them out quick, we advance quick. Pretty simple. But I'll see y'all week 3.